So Marcel, what a game. I mean, at the very end a lot of drama, but let's start at the beginning. First half, I thought we had some very good chances. They got 2 goals, I think, from an individual brilliance from the first one, just a very good shot. And the second one, just a silly mistake of an unmarked man in the box for a corner. How can we, pick ourselves up from those, especially against teams, like Faversham? I know there's other teams strong as them in the league, so we're going to face more like this. Erith Town, they're quite a strong team. Lid are a very strong team, which we've got obviously coming up. How can we make sure that those sorts of things don't happen in the future?
Well, I think, first of all, if you look objectively and tactically, we played the first half exactly like we wanted to play. We wanted to control the momentum. We wanted to dominate possession. I think if you control momentum and dominate possession, you eliminate their main threat. So their main threat is just individual brilliances. I went and watched them not long ago, and a couple of the VOs that I've got through from their previous games. And then we targeted the areas, and I felt they worked. In the first half, we created the chances, but we just struggled to finish ours. On contrast, we spoke quite heavily about the players scoring from long distance with these guys, and ironically enough, just one opportunity they get, they scored. They do have the quality. Particularly the difference between us and them is the final third. They're far more clinical than we are. It takes them far less chance for them to score compared to the amount of chances we produce for us to score. So in the first half, went as planned, just disappointed, 2-0 down. And then we regrouped in half-time, broke down the game into different stages. And it worked, and we should have won the game at the end.
Yeah, I thought definitely, as you said, we were probably a good few chances the first half. Second half, we came out quite hard, quite well at the first kind of 10 minutes. Josh Williams' goal, I thought he did really well to move into the space he found and take the shot. How do you think we can get more like that, moving in and probably going from the wings to more central attacking?
Yeah, so at first half, they're very experienced side, so it's very difficult to get space in behind them. So in the first half, it's all about playing in front of them. And I felt we did that in the first half. Well, we had 2 clear chances. So in the second half, then we stuck for the first 15 minutes as we were doing it because we wanted to take them to the last lateral parts of the game, and we did. We took them to the last parts of the game, and then we isolated the areas where we wanted to isolate. Then we scored the goal, and we should have scored another one up before we equalised, and we should have scored another one after we equalised. So I felt that tactically we were set correctly today.
Yeah, obviously our second goal came from a very good ball into the box, dangerous threat, and obviously it ended up coming off one of their players. Yeah. But Tyler at the end, he ran almost the whole length of the pitch, breaking through the players to just hit the post. You always feel, unlucky for him in that situation.
Yeah, I'm gutted for Tyler because he's got so many great footballing attributes, and Tyler knows that. I speak to him. There's one thing that Tyler needs to work on, which is what the glory of football is all about for forwards, is the final product. And again, every time he plays, he has such a productivity to his game. He defends well, he gives us some productivity on the ball, he's creative, he runs at people, he's got fantastic athletic attributes. But ultimately, when he gets in the box, that's an area he needs to improve.
Yeah, he definitely changed the game when he came on, sped up, the midfield area and put that, pace down the wings, which we needed a little bit.
Yeah. So we broke down the first half team talk. We broke down the game into 3 stages, and we brought the 2 players that came on who changed the game, who added a little bit of extra legs, a bit more better quality, I'd say, in that half. So in the second stage of the second half, they came through, and I felt that the changes made the difference.
Yeah, and obviously today's crowd, 1,112. I think it's a record at this level for us. Amazing support, constantly cheering. At the end when Tyler went through, everyone I think was up out their seats. With all the tension building. What does it mean, to the boys to have that behind them?
Absolutely. Today I didn't even need to be here in terms of the motivation point of view. The boys just run their lungs off for the supporters. That's what the potential of this club is. These are the crowds that we're pulling in. And we're still not quite reached the levels that I think we can. And I think things can get better. And if we can start keeping these crowds in, the supporters have a huge impact on the players. And I think collectively, as a community we come together, we stand a good opportunity of getting this club to the level it deserves to be. And certainly that's what we're working towards, to making those supporters proud.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Marcel.
Thank you.
So, boys, a good result, I think, from where we were at half-time. Can you talk us through, the first half, Josh?
The first half, I think, obviously we had a few chances. I think we were in control of the game for the first 10 minutes, I'd say. And then the chances that we had, if we had put them to bed, I'd say it would have been a completely different game. Yeah, I think it was just a game of chances. Pretty much the whole game was a game of chances. I think, like I said, if we had taken those chances in the first half, one of them fell to me. I think if I'd scored that, it would have been a completely different game. So yeah.
Yeah, and obviously your goal you scored.
Yeah.
What was your decision not to go out on the wing on that one and go and cut in, because it was you found a nice bit of space in the middle there and got a nice shot off.
I think because I've played against Jake before and he likes to get quite tight, so I knew if I could get that little yard just to get through, then I can do my trademark and hit the corner, the keeper's near post. So yeah, I think that was what was behind that. I was thinking to give it across, but I thought, you know what, 2-0 down, need a goal, I'm just going to go for goal. So yeah, that was what
Yeah, no, definitely. And Tyler, when you came on second half, I thought your impact, was amazing. We kind of sped up the pace on the wings and put more of a threat on. Talk us through that a bit, and how you affected the game, how you thought you played,
I mean, I've been out with injury for the last 3 or 4 weeks, so if I'm honest, I've been chomping at the bit. Obviously, when I was coming on, Master said, affect the game as much as you can. I feel like I did. Great character shown by the boys, obviously, to get back from 2-0 down to get to 2-2. I had probably the best chance of the game in the last minute. Probably should have finished it, but hit the post. I'm going to put that down to a bit of rust, because I haven't played for a few weeks. But yeah, no, next week we go again and try and go for the 3 points.
Yeah, no, and a crowd of 1,112 today, one of the biggest crowds I think we've had at this level.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you and the boys in the change rooms? But especially when you hear them cheering on, especially after that first goal, it really erupted.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, before the game, I was hearing we would get like a 600, 700. But when I saw the stadium filling out and I saw the crowd, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is crazy. And especially getting that first goal back to make it 2-1, the roar, I said, yeah, we're in a game here. And the amount of people that came out here to see us, whether they're Faversham fans or Whitstable fans, it just kind of shows the quality on show and where this club is going and where we're pushing to. So yeah, I'd say it motivated the boys a lot, and I'm sure when T came on, he probably felt that as well. So yeah.
Yeah, anything you'd like to add, Tyler?
Yeah, no, definitely echo what Joshua just said. I feel like the fans definitely gave the boys an extra boost, especially in the second half. I mean, look, the place was ram-packed. I mean, I've never seen it that busy. We normally do get quite a lot of fans for a Step 5 team, but today was tremendous, and I just asked the fans to come back in those same numbers in the weeks to follow.
Yeah, and obviously we're away now to Lid next. It'd be a tough place to go, obviously. Erie's now there, who was formerly here. So, going towards that, what's your thought process and, training we've got coming up? What, do you know what's going on, what the plan is, game plan?
Well, no, obviously, right now, after just finishing that game, I think the most important thing is for us to recover, rest, analyse, and then when we have a good Christmas, hopefully, everyone will come back, gather together, we'll go through. Because I remember we played them here the first time and it was a draw, and they were quite tactical packed, and we're just going to work on ways to break them down better, because a lot of teams would like to come here or when we're away and sit in. So I think we're at their ground this time, so they might be a bit more expressive and come out. So, and now that they've cooped up Eri, we know what Eri's like, we know he's dangerous, so we'll be sure to avoid any slip-ups. So,
Perfect. Thank you very much, gents. Well, have a lovely Christmas and we'll see you in the new year.
Cheers, you too.
Cheers.
Cheers.